OpenAI has released version 4 of their GPT large language model. That's the architecture that supports ChatGPT, the application that has swept the world and brought artificial intelligence to the forefront of just about every conversation around the globe. You might also know that Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, SpaceX, The Boring Company, Neuralink, and Twitter, has made it known that he has plans to found yet another company, his own artificial intelligence operation that would create a rival software to ChatGPT. And the well-informed among you would know that this is just another chapter in Elon's long and tumultuous relationship with artificial intelligence. Elon went from being terrified of AI to realizing that he actually needs AI to accomplish his mission, to concluding that if AI is inevitable, then he wants it done his way or else. So what does his way look like? So what's fascinating here is that Elon Musk actually co-founded OpenAI back in 2015 with his old PayPal buddy Peter Thiel and a crew of other tech industry players who all pulled together $1 billion to start up the company. Their intention was to get in early on the development of artificial general intelligence, but to do it with a non-profit model that was fully open source and transparent. They wanted this technology to be built in the daylight where everyone could see it happen, and no secret entity like a government or a powerful corporation could monopolize AI. Back in the day, Elon had developed a reputation for being very afraid of artificial intelligence, but more specifically, he was concerned that AI would be developed and implemented by irresponsible actors who did not appreciate the dangerous potential of their own work. Like, if you watch Terminator or The Matrix, no one in those stories intended for the robots to take over and kill everyone. It just kind of happened by accident. Obviously, nobody wants that to happen in real life either. So, Elon took a couple of major precautions to try and keep Skynet a work of fiction. One was to co-found OpenAI, the other was to go solo in 2016 and build his own company called Neuralink, a brain-computer interface technology that would allow the human mind and the AI to coexist in the digital realm. The hope being that if a digitally enhanced human superintelligence could meet the artificial superintelligence on an even field, then we'd be much more likely to work together in symbiosis and less likely that the AI would just crush us like bugs. This is getting weird, but we're going to rein it in here. So fast forward to 2018 and Elon resigns from the board at OpenAI. He didn't take his money back or anything drastic, but he did choose to no longer be involved with the operation. So why did he do that? The answer is Bill Gates. Following Elon's departure, OpenAI announces that they are accepting a $1 billion check from Microsoft, and they will be partnering with the software giant to utilize Microsoft's Azure supercomputer technology to further their development toward artificial general intelligence. Now, you might remember from a minute ago when we said that this was exactly the kind of thing that OpenAI was not supposed to do, but they did it. And they also had to transition their business model from a non-profit to something called a capped for-profit, which is basically a term that OpenAI invented to try and preserve their image as a democratized company. The cap refers to a hard limit on returns for any given investor, so they are allowed to make money, but only up to a certain amount. OpenAI put that cap at 100 times ROI, so Bill Gates was only allowed to make a paltry $100 billion in profit from his cash infusion to OpenAI. So it should be pretty clear why relations with Elon went south. Not only did OpenAI toss away one of their core principles just to get a big pile of money and some sweet supercomputing power, they also jumped into bed with Bill Gates. Elon does not like Bill Gates. And Bill doesn't like Elon either, or Elon's companies. Gates was telling everyone that Tesla's electric semi was impossible and would never be real, right up until the day that first fleet of real Tesla semis were delivered to a real customer. Now, let's fast forward again to 2021. Tesla is hosting their first AI Day event, and Elon Musk is on stage telling the world that Tesla is now a global leader in real-world artificial intelligence technology. What happened there? We know that Elon's dream has long been to create a fully autonomous vehicle, one that he can mass produce and implement as a fleet of robotaxis that will fundamentally change transportation. Up until at least 2019, Elon seemed to believe that this could be accomplished through a combination of radar sensors, cameras, and robotic actuators. And we say that because at a Tesla event called Autonomy Day in 2019, Elon told the world that he was fully confident there would be 1 million autonomous Tesla robotaxis on the road by the end of 2020. At some point over the next year or so, when it becomes crystal clear that there would be no robotaxi in 2020 or any time in the near future, Elon seems to have come to the full realization that Tesla will never solve full self-driving until they first solve real-world artificial intelligence. So, Autonomy Day became AI Day, and Tesla is talking about how they've taken the visual cortex and biological neural network for decision-making from a human brain and reproduced it in a computer brain that now controls their robot car using nothing but camera inputs and artificial intelligence. Oh, and just one more thing. They're taking that robot brain from the car and they're sticking it into a robotic humanoid that they intend to mass produce as the future of synthetic labor. So now things are getting weird again. Wasn't Elon's whole thing that he was going to prevent iRobot from happening, and now he is literally building the exact same robot from the movie? Luckily, he didn't put a face on the Tesla bot, so it's considerably less disturbing to look at. But if we go back to the beginning, Elon never claimed that he was going to stop AI from being developed, because it is inevitable. But what Elon does want is for AI to be developed according to his standards and principles. He's pretty convinced that out of all the billionaire smart people, he's the only one that can do this properly. And he may very well be right. It's not like we have a whole lot of great options on the board. If you could pick Musk, Zuckerberg, Bezos, or Gates to be leading the development of AI, who's it going to be? Even Elon's biggest critics might aim for the lesser of all evils. And yes, Bill Gates does do objectively good things like building toilets in Africa. No, I don't think he's injecting the world with nanobots, but he did create one of the most destructive monopolies in modern history with Microsoft's Windows platform. So we do not want to see a repeat of that situation when it comes to AI. Of course, on January 23rd, it was announced that Microsoft was throwing another $10 billion into OpenAI. 1 month later, reports began to circulate that Elon Musk was taking real steps towards founding his own new artificial intelligence company that would stand as a rival to OpenAI. If you follow Elon on Twitter, you know that this has been brewing for a little while. He started openly criticizing ChatGPT back in December 2020 for being woke, which he directly equates with lying and bias. Also wanted to give a quick shout out to our amazing Discord community. Here is our question of the week, and this was our favorite answer. And here is the meme of the week winner. Join our Discord community to participate next week through the link in the description below. Things got very real on February 27th when it was revealed that Elon was in talks with Igor Babushkin, a senior AI research engineer who just recently departed from Google's DeepMind project. In between stints at Google, Babushkin also spent 2 years working at OpenAI. Word on the street is that Elon wants to recruit Igor onto the ground floor of his new AI startup, whatever that might be. On February 28th, Elon tweeted, "Based AI." Okay, now we are getting weird again, but I'm going to try and rein it back in one last time. Remember that Tesla's next big AI project after the fully autonomous car is supposed to be this fully autonomous humanoid robot. And their theory is that the occupancy network and navigation system that enables self-driving will translate directly over to a bipedal droid. And that makes sense. But in order for this Tesla bot to be fully functional, it needs to be able to do a little more than just walk around and do chores. The bot needs its own language model so that it can understand and respond to humans in the real world in real time. As we are all fully aware now, OpenAI, with the significant help of Microsoft, has developed by far the most advanced language model in the world. So if Elon wants his Tesla bot to be able to communicate with humans at an industry-leading level of comprehension, then he's either going to need to partner with OpenAI and build Tesla's bot language system on top of ChatGPT, which he is obviously not going to do for reasons we've outlined previously, or Elon needs to build his own model, which is at least as good or better than OpenAI. But is that even possible? OpenAI has such a big head start and a lot of money, but Elon has his own tricks up his sleeve. One of the first things that Elon did after he took full control of Twitter was to cut off OpenAI's access to the Twitter database. The dataset used to train the GPT model is humongous, 45 terabytes of pure text data. Imagine a 45 terabyte Word document. Just try and fathom that. Where did that data come from? The internet, and apparently Twitter was a part of that. We don't know how big of a part, but tweets definitely make up a section of ChatGPT's brain. Now, Elon has exclusive real-time access to all of that language data from Twitter, and Elon just made a significant change to allow for tweets up to 4,000 characters. So now people can write continuous long-form thoughts and ideas directly into the platform. Do we think that's a coincidence? I'm going to say no. So Elon has a significant and unique advantage when it comes to language training data. Though yes, let's acknowledge that the day after Elon's AI startup ambitions were fully revealed, Mark Zuckerberg released a long Facebook post about how his company was now going to pivot into generative AI. But does anyone actually take this guy seriously anymore? How's that metaverse going, Zuck? Anyway, Elon also has access to another significant leg up on the competition that most people likely don't fully appreciate. It's called Dojo. You'd have to have been able to sit through an entire Tesla AI day right to the end just to know what this thing is, but Dojo is a proprietary supercomputer technology developed by Tesla entirely in-house. The hardware team at Tesla built their own chip architecture that is unlike anything else on the market right now, and it has the potential to compete with the most powerful supercomputers on Earth. So Elon has the language data, he has the programming and engineering background to turn that into an AI software, and he has the exascale computing power to train that software into something that could arguably become a direct rival for ChatGPT. And if that's successful, then he's going to take that language model and put it into a fully autonomous humanoid robot that he is going to mass produce on the scale of millions of bots per year until these things create an entirely new economy built on unlimited robot labor. There's just no avoiding it. Things are about to get really weird around here.